Who hasn't felt protective lately? Of our families, our communities, our resources? In times like these, we all fight to make sure our people are safe. But when your people, your family, your community is made up of millions of cancer patients and their families, keeping them safe takes everyone's help.
Hi, I'm Gary Reedy, CEO of Your American Cancer Society. And in these uncertain times, Relay for Life is more important than ever. And that's because cancer hasn't stopped, and neither have we. These are tough times for cancer patients who are more vulnerable to the COVID-19 virus. But Your American Cancer Society is here providing information, guidance, and support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You know, every Relay for Life that I've ever attended as a volunteer or as CEO, there's always a certain spirit that prevails, and that's the spirit of hope. So this relay tonight is not only providing hope to cancer patients, but also hope to our nation, which is so desperately needed. The hope and courage of American Cancer Society volunteers and staff has never been so strong. And I can sense it here tonight, and I can see it in your faces. So thank you for continuing to stand with cancer patients when they need you the most. And thank you for reminding all of us that hope will always prevail.
Hey, look at that, everybody. All right, I think we're live here. Welcome to it, Trivia Buffs. It's Skin Man here from 89.7 The River. I do the midday program over at Iowa Western. We're beginning our second year of affiliation with the Cancer Society and the Relay for Life. But of course, we can't get together and go relay outside together this year. So we're doing it tonight, virtual style, with some trivia. We hope that you, your family, and everybody you know, your coworkers, are all staying safe and washing your hands. It's never a great time to get cancer, no question about that. And during the COVID-19 pandemic, just makes it that much more challenging for everybody. But now more than ever, cancer patients and the caregivers, they need our help. We're standing together even though we're apart tonight. We're going to have some fun tonight. We got a bunch of trivia questions. You might learn something, can maybe show off all that trivial knowledge you've stored in your brain for all these years. 4 rounds, 100 questions, some great prizes at the end, including a signed Blue October poster that we came up with at the radio station. Look at that. There it is. Very nice. As well as some other river swag. Some Cancer Society swag is in there as well. Okay, so housekeeping, right? You logged in, you're like, let's do this. But wait, I want to follow along on Facebook. It might be better to have two devices. If you're on a desktop, perhaps you can do it in two tabs, I guess. But, cast one to the TV to follow along there while you're answering, maybe on your laptop or on your iPad. Like they say, never too late to register, 897theriver.com. You can send that out to other people, let them know. This is what we're doing tonight. We're going to have some fun with the American Cancer Society indoors. We'll keep an eye on the weather as well. We know that there's some severe weather and maybe in the mix tonight. But this is going to be fun. You can follow along at several different Facebook pages. The River Facebook page, the American Cancer Society State Facebook page. You can search ACSNEB for the Relay for Life Greater Omaha Facebook page as well. Also on Sarpy and Cass County, their Facebook pages too. If you're not a Facebook person, we get that. It's okay. You can follow along on YouTube. ACS North Region Videos is what you would go ahead and search for there. They've got the link up there on the screen for you. So we'll take a few more minutes and let some more people get signed up and registered. We're very happy that you could join us here tonight. This is going to be a great event. It's one of those things that they're like, what do we do now? Thanks, coronavirus. It's like Uncle Rico, ruining everyone's lives and eating all our steak. Well, we'll have some fun tonight with some trivia. And if you haven't had anything to eat, speaking of steak, how about a Lighthouse Pizza tonight? 74th and Dodge. In fact, they're going to donate 15% of the proceeds tonight to the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. So great way to help support local and, of course, support this cause too. Get a couple of pies delivered and stuff those in your face tonight while you're doing trivia as we get people registered here up for a few more minutes. Now, it looks different. We're not together. We'd love to be together doing the Relay for Life outdoors somewhere this coming Saturday, but we're going to do it tonight with this random trivia that you'll show. Whether you know it or not, you'll learn something. No question about that. We're going to have some fun and see what we can do to make a real impact for those who are fighting cancer and for those who are taking care of them and for all the family members and friends. It touches all of us. It's touched me too. In fact, my wife is just past 2 years cancer-free from her ovarian cancer diagnosis from a couple of years ago. She's doing great. She's upstairs. She didn't want to come on camera with me, but she is definitely down with the cause. So while it's also about having a good time tonight, it is about raising money for the Cancer Society. It's a tough time, I know, but your support is still very vital to the cause that's the Relay for Life is all about. Cancer patients still need you. The caregivers need you. They need all of us. And there's lots of different ways that you can help out, lots of great events. Of course, the Relay for Life Week has been going now since Sunday, Cancer Survivor Day this past weekend, and runs all the way up through Saturday, Relay Saturday, just a couple of days away from that. Cancer hasn't stopped. It's not going to stop. We'll do everything we can to raise more money to help eventually get it stopped. But while the pandemic continues, people get diagnosed almost daily around here. And it's those three words. Nobody ever wants to hear that. My wife didn't want to hear it. You've got cancer. Now what? It's a tough time right now. So the donation option is on the registration page. And you'll also be able to see the website scrolling across the bottom of your screen at different times tonight as we try to figure out what's normal now. What's the new normal? I don't think anybody knows what that is yet because it changes like almost every day, almost every hour at this point. But the one thing that I think is comforting for me and my wife as a cancer survivor and for everybody is, the relay determination. Coronavirus can't stop us from having the Relay for Life and all these events. It maybe changes the way it goes down. But that spirit just keeps on keeping on. It's unwavering. It's as strong as ever. So before we get started, how about, I'm trying to see, a virtual high five. I'll punch myself right in the face. And if you're on Facebook, go ahead and give us a little thumbs up there. And I think we may be ready to go here. It's about time to put those thinking caps on. So I'll let you get to it. Have a great time tonight. Again, we're so glad you could join us. And don't forget to order up a Lighthouse Pizza, 74th and Pacific. Proceeds tonight, 15% go to the Relay for Life. So music and movies and all sorts of things on the docket tonight. The game is ready to go here in about 30 seconds or so. There will be 10 questions in each segment or each round. There'll be 3 segments here in the first round. We'll have some music and movies coming up here in just a couple of minutes. And we're going to start and find out what you know about history. Did you see the Bill and Ted 3 trailer came out? All right. Here we go. Let's have some fun tonight with the Cancer Society and history trivia. Okay, 6 questions in. Those people who missed the first one about Pearl Harbor, we got to have some speaks, I think. All right, quick look at the leaderboard after just 10 questions. Frank, look at Frank and the big brain on Frank. Congratulations for leading at the end of the first 10 questions, just round one here in section one. As you can see where you're at there as they scroll through, look for your name there. All right, Deb, come on, step it up. Let's go. Come on, Deb. I know you got it in you. It's Ken from 89.7 The River. Are we joined now by Sophia John? Is she available to come on and chat with us real quickly here? We work at 89.7 The River together. I mentioned at the top of the show tonight, we partnered up with Brian and Kat and everybody over at the Cancer Society last year for our first Relay for Life. We're super excited to be on again.
Yay.
There she is. Hey, Sophia.
Hey, this is discrimination. Frank shouldn't be leading. No, Frank.
Oh, do you know Frank?
I'm just picking on him because he's a dude.
Right on. Well, Frank's got he's got the knowledge so far. I don't know if I'm supposed to be playing along. I kept tapping on my screen, but it wouldn't let me answer any of the questions, so I think I got a 0.
I could hear you tapping, but
yeah,
I didn't see
why
any
won't it let me
score.
score? I don't think I'm actually registered in to win. But Sophia is our fearless leader, of course. So we've kind of gotten back to a little bit of normal at the radio station. A couple of days a week, everybody gets a chance to go in and be there.
You know what?
We'd love to be there every day. But we can broadcast from home because we're doing what we can to keep the spread down. We got to take care of all the people so we can take care of the Relay for Life, which is this trivia thing so far so good. What do you think?
I think it's badass. I wish I could do it.
Right? Well, why didn't you register? Why didn't you get signed up? Come on.
I did.
All right. So we appreciate Sophia dropping in. She said it's getting kind of dark in her neighborhood, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. Make sure that everything's cool with the weather. We want to make sure everybody stays safe. That's the most important thing. So just 10 questions in. We'll be getting a visit from Spicoli from the Morning Fiasco along with Taz, and Corey will be checking in a little bit later on tonight. So let's get back to it now. And I know a lot of people have been watching a lot of these movies. Round 2 with River Trivia with the American Cancer Society right now. Go. All right, last question. History, round 2 of trivia section 1. Reminder, you can follow along on the River Facebook page, the American Cancer Society State Facebook page, the Relay for Life of Greater Omaha Facebook page, Relay for Life of Sarpy and Cass County pages, and on YouTube as well. All right, 2 rounds in. Look at Frank go, extending the lead. Jay and Brian and Casey, along with Donovan and Pesky, coming up Callaway, Jen, Jason, and Joy, rounding out the top 10. Not bad. Just 2 rounds in. We thanks to Sophia for dropping in a few moments ago. I think she got dropped, but she might be checking back in here a little bit later on. I'll have some more of the River Crew coming up as well as they scroll through, give everybody a chance to kind of see where you're at right now. There's a long way to go. It's a marathon, not a sprint, just like it is with the Relay for Life and the fight against cancer. And it's not taking any time off anytime soon, and so neither can we. And this is just a great way for us to get together and have some virtual fun with the American Cancer Society, since the relay, of course, for Saturday, all over the country, they've been affected in one way or another. So one more round of questions here in the very first section. And this one, there better be some 10 out of 10s coming out of some of you people out there, especially you River listeners, as we get into grunge rock. Questions 21 through 30. Away we go. Alanis Morissette. So close. Oh, man. All right, looks like this is the last question here in our grunge rock section. I just want to let you all know it was everything I could do to not shout out the answers to all of these questions. As we look at number 30, members of Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, and Mother Love Bone gave you, yes, Temple of the Dog. Very nice. All right, 3 rounds in and some rain here in my neighborhood. We're getting reports from different people affiliated with the trivia night that it's pretty windy out there, pretty rainy. As what happened to Frank? Frank, did you take a couple of questions off? I see, is it Casey back in the lead now? As we've got 3 rounds in. Yes, Casey, nice work up there. Check out and see where you're at. There's still plenty of time left to make a move on the leaderboard as we've just rocked through section 1, 3 rounds of section 1. And again, Casey in first place. So as long as the power stays on, I guess we're going to keep going here with some rain and some wind out there. Trivia night with the American Cancer Society. Congratulations to Casey for the early clubhouse lead. That's the end of the first section. You can see how you did on the leaderboard. We've got 3 more sections left. But before we do that, obviously, if you're here playing tonight, you're with the Cancer Society, maybe as a survivor, maybe as a caregiver, a family member, or a friend. Think about what it was like when you were part of that cancer team for someone. I was a caregiver for my wife for a long time. She went through the chemo and everything, and it was just brutal to watch it. I can't imagine what it felt like to go through it. So family, friends, and coworkers, all those cancer patients, they need a team. It takes a team. You can't do it without a team. Let's take a look at this.
My teacher said to write a letter to someone that inspires me. You're the only person I wanted to write to. I wear your team shirt all the time. You inspire me because you fought so hard. Even when it looks like you couldn't win, you believe in yourself. And that makes me believe I can take on anything.
All right, let's keep going with some more trivia. This section, some of you might be experts in this because you probably watched quite a bit of it over the last couple of months with the pandemic and the stay at home and the work at home. Let's start section 2, first of 3 rounds with Netflix. Let's go. Had a feeling that was Casey Richter. Now I know. Big fan of the Tiger King, huh, Casey? I love it. Final question here. Question number 40 out of 100 tonight with the Relay for Life Trivia Night here with 89.7 The River. And Becky's got a few problems. She's still trying to shake that out, I guess. Good luck to you, Aunt Becky. As we've begun section 2, that is the 4th round tonight. There's Casey. We found out it was, in fact, Casey Richter, our old friend from Iowa Western. Got a slim lead, though. Here comes Danimal. Frank is right there in 3rd, Jason. And we'll see who can take it home here a little bit later on. Playing for that big grand prize. And actually, Casey can win that now since she doesn't work at IWCC with us anymore. So, oh, go, Casey, go. As we are in to section 2. Is everybody doing okay? You got yourself a beverage? A little rain out there. We're kind of hoping the weather guys weren't accurate this time with all the things they were talking about. But Lighthouse Pizza, if you're hungry, by all means, give them a shout. 74th and Pacific, donating 15% of the proceeds tonight to the Relay for Life. So get yourself a pie. Now, I think we're getting ready to go and check in with another one of the River crew. You know him from the Morning Fiasco. I was told that he's ready to go. Is Spokoli from his
Hello,
basement.
my friend.
He's got 23 kids now. He finally came back to work. He got half of them in college. And I guess with all the rain and the wind, it's not a big deal that your electric mower is broken and has to get shipped 1,000 miles away to get fixed. Now,
Yeah, it has to go to Arizona, and it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks. I might need to borrow a lawnmower.
I've got a mower you can borrow. It's a gas-powered mower. You think you can handle it?
That's why I got electric. No good at gas.
Well, we appreciate you dropping in. You got any of them kids there hanging out with you? Or are they all in bed?
No, I'm trying to hide from them. I had to come downstairs because they're crying tonight. So I'm trying to hide. Just got them laid down.
You sure you're not the one that's crying?
Okay. What's that?
You sure you're not the one that's crying?
I am crying. That's why I got my glasses on. Shedding tears right along with them. I don't want to go to bed. I want to stay.
Well, you were there last year. You were with us last year when we got together at Stinson Park, our first time with the American Cancer Society and the Relay for Life. When Brian reached out to us, we were more than happy to be a corporate partner with them. And what did you kind of feel the vibe was, and what was your takeaway from that first relay? Of course, we can't do it the same way this year as we did it last year. We wish we could, and eventually we'll be able to get back and get together. So this is the next best thing. But last year, was that the first time you'd ever gone?
Yeah, that was the first time. And to see the amount of survivors and to get to know them and hear their stories, I was blown away and walked away just inspired and feeling positive and excited about this and what we can do to raise money and be able to spread awareness, man, because cancer, it's serious and it affects a lot of people. And to see so many people survive and be able to bounce back and hear their stories and go through hell. And for some people do it multiple times, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, man. It's just crazy. And to see the positivity around, it's a thrill to be a part of and be around that kind of inspiration, man. I was crying tears of joy that day. I'm a big baby. So when I got to, meet everyone and hear their stories, I was just like, wow, man, you have been through some stuff.
Well, folks, he's right. He is a big baby, no question about it. But congratulations to you and your wife on Price, your most recent addition to the Spicoli family. And yeah, last year was the second time I had been, and every year what gets you is that survivor roll call, man. Very powerful stuff. So cancer's not taking any time off, man. We had to take some time off from the studio to broadcast from home, but you're back on the Fiasco Monday through Friday. You get to go to work every day. So people can join.
Yeah, I like it. It kind of gets me out of the house and away from the kids for a little bit and try to feel a little bit as normal as possible. You're like,
I have to go to work today, honey. I'm sorry. They really need me here at the studio. I got to go. So, hey, thanks for dropping in, man. Go take care of those kiddos and go get to some sleep because I know you're going to get up at 2 hours or something, right?
Thank you guys. And good luck, man. Good luck. I can't wait to see who walks away with the autographed Blue October poster.
Yeah, well, did you see Casey Richter's in the lead right now?
Man, she's a diehard Blue October fan, and she's super smart. So yeah. I mean, she's gonna be a tough one to beat. So good luck to everyone.
Yeah, she nailed the grunge rock one, but here we come with science in just a couple of minutes. We'll see how she does. Thanks, Spicoli. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Ken. Good luck, everyone. Good seeing you guys.
All right, man. It's Spicoli, his sidekick Taz, I guess, will be joining us here before too long. But let's get another round of questions in as maybe you got yourself a new beverage, maybe a bathroom break. Now it's time for science because aliens. Ooh. I don't know this one. still holding the lead. Casey's got a little science up there in her brain, so good for you, Casey. As that's halfway home. That's 50 questions in round 5. We take a look at the leaderboard there. You can see Casey's at the very top there, and you can see where you're placing right now. And of course, the goal, of course, is to just have a good time with this tonight. Or just we're working our way through this virtual week of activities with the American Cancer Society and the Relay for Life. Again, we started on Sunday with Cancer Survivor Day. Some more events coming up. You can see more on their website, their Facebook pages. We're happy to do this. And of course, everybody, in some way or another, who's taking part tonight has been affected by cancer. We've got a round coming up here in just a moment that I have a feeling our next guest might be splendid at. If you've ever had a chance to see Taz in one of his Cupid costumes or in the corn suits, we're getting into the food category. There is Taz.
I'm very excited. Yeah, I have a puppy. Her name is Duchess. I have to hold her this entire time because she was like, "Oh, what's that? You have to go do a thing. I'm going to choose now to bark at the non-existent squirrels outside."
Right? The dog always knows at the most inopportune time to jump into your lap or make some noise. I've had my dogs on the air a couple of times while we broadcast from home on certain days. They just decided now's a good time to fight over a toy. And
yeah,
so
it was.
they, get after it.
It was kind of funny. While we were all broadcasting from home, I thought it would be adorable, to have the puppy on the mic at some point. So I kept trying to get the mic down there and be like, "Duchess, do you want to do the radio?" And every time she would suddenly be like, "I don't know what this is, but I hate this thing and I'm afraid of it." She did try to eat the mic once.
Now that's dog's gonna dog. So if you've joined us late, you can see some information on the screen right there, how to make a donation if you just want to follow along on Facebook and you were unable to get in early and play trivia with us. I think so far, it's our first time we've done this. It was just something that they decided they needed to try because the Relay for Life for Saturday, of course, is a virtual relay now. But I asked this of your teammate from the morning show, Taz. What were your thoughts on the Relay for Life? Was that your first one you went to?
Yeah, that was my first one. It was really fun. I've been to quite a few charity events in my time, and this was a lot more enjoyable, I guess is the right word. It didn't seem so much like everyone solemnly like, "This is a serious thing. We must raise money." It was a celebration. Like, remember they had the breaking the frozen T-shirts?
Yep, they had some fun to get things started. Yep.
That was a lot of fun. T-shirt. Duchess, no, now is not the time. And
we got so many great sponsors that tie in with it. And of course, you have the Survivor Lap, and you have the Caregivers Lap, and then you have all the friends and the family, and everyone who's a support member for someone who's been battling. And that's what this whole thing about all this week was about: celebrating survivorship. Remembering those that we have lost, and encouraging those who are battling, because during the coronavirus, the pandemic, it's been a couple of months. There have been a lot more cases diagnosed. It's not taking any time off. So it's a great way to raise some money tonight and have some fun, along with Lighthouse Pizza and some of the River Crew. Taz, thanks for joining us with your dog tonight, Duchess.
You're very welcome. Also, I will say this is some pretty good trivia. It's very good. Even I was look, science is my favorite thing. And there were a couple of moments there where I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I don't know this one at all." So I was like, "Oh yeah, science trivia." Oh, yeah, it's actual science trivia.
I just walked away during the science one. I didn't know any of it. I'm like, no, 0 for 10.
I just felt dumber and dumber with each question. I was like, "Yeah, I got this."
All right, Taz. Well, here comes a category that's right up your alley. Round 6, food. Let's get started with food trivia. Yeah, I'm sure you'll do 10 out of 10, Taz.
I'm not actually supposed to guess, am I?
No, do not shout out the answers.
I probably know the answers to all of these.
All right, thanks, pal. We'll check in tomorrow.
All right, later.
purple delicious. Purple delicious. All right. Apparently some random sports questions have arrived in the food category. Oh, you gotta watch this. You gotta watch that. You gotta watch that. Pretty good. Okay, so it was a random category of sports and food, I guess. So we may have some food question in our sports category as we get into that here in just a couple of moments. The trivia game is on a short break right now. It's Skin from 89.7 The River. Thanks to Taz, who joined us a few moments ago from the Morning Fiasco. We'll be checking in with Corey here before too long. He's the host for Amplified Afternoons. Um, did we have the leaderboard? Did we get a quick peek of that? Can we look at that again and see? I think Casey, was she still out in front here? As we have wrapped up section 2, 6 rounds total here with this River Trivia night. And we thank everybody for joining in. And if you haven't ordered that pizza from Lighthouse, by all means, do that before we are done. We've all been touched in some way or another here by cancer. Again, my wife is a 2-year plus cancer survivor. Some of you probably know, have a family member or a friend or a coworker who may have been diagnosed, or maybe in your own diagnosis. Cancer is the enemy tonight. It's the enemy every day, and it's not taking any time off during the pandemic. So we can't take any time off either. It's robbed maybe you and your loved ones and me and my loved ones of so many different experiences, the things that you just couldn't do when you're going through treatment. But it's not going to win. It won't. That's why we're here. That's why we keep fighting. Your support for the Relay for Life movement and the American Cancer Society is what creates the hope and changes lives and helps save lives. And the belief that we can win, and we will, is what gives us the courage and the strength to keep going on. It's not just for today. It's not just for next week. It's for everyone here and everyone across the state and across the country and around the world that's going through with that. That's one of the reasons why we're here tonight. So still a way to make a donation there. You can see it across the bottom of the screen there. If you'd like to go to the website there and make a donation, if you were unable to get in at the beginning of the trivia, you can certainly follow along with all the different Facebook pages that are live streaming it, or it's on the River Facebook page as well. As we work our way through the first 6 rounds, we have 60 questions in. We have 40 more questions to go. So with that, let's move on to trivia section number 3. And as we get started, it says sports. We had some sports already, so we'll probably have a few more, and then we'll have probably some food questions mixed in there. But hey, live without a net, that's how we're doing this thing here tonight. So again, Casey's still out in front, Danimal and Jay and Jason, and Frank's still hanging around there, up there in the top 5. So still some time for some of these players to make a move here in just a few moments. We'll crank up chat here before too long with Corey from Amplified Afternoons. He's been broadcasting from home as well. We'll get him on the case here in just a couple of minutes. But if we're ready to go, let's get after it. More sports/food right now with the Cancer Society and 89.7 The River. What? Okay, just wrap that round up. Sports. As that's 7 rounds. We got 3 to go. Take a look at the leaderboard, see where you're at there as we work our way through this section 3. 3 rounds here. We've got 2 more to go. We'll do a one at the end, one last section, a 10 question section that will finish things off here in just a few. Before we get into those next couple of rounds, joined by another River personality, he is on the air from 2 to 6 in the afternoon, right after I'm done. His name is Corey. He should be dynamite too with the upcoming next category, the host of Amplified Afternoons. As I see his square. Is the circle get the square with Hollywood Squares here today? Corey from Amplified Afternoons. We may have lost him, it looks like, which it's going to happen. I don't know how hard it's raining in your neighborhood. It was coming down here in Midtown pretty good a couple of minutes ago as there's some severe weather and some thunderstorms moving through the area here. So we'll try to reconnect with Corey here maybe in just a couple of minutes. Again, Casey out in front. Not a huge lead, but she's out there at 4,678 points. Frank's still hanging around there. Danimal and Jay and Jason in the top 5 coming up. Callaway coming up the leaderboard. Let's get into this next one. It's all about the music again here for round number 8. While we do a River Trivia tonight with the American Cancer Society and the Relay for Life for 2020. Nice, Lionel Richie sneaking into the trivia tonight. Big fan Brian Ortner says, thumbs up for Lionel. And so does Casey, as she's still out there in front here. As we take a look at the leaderboard, 8 rounds in. There are just 2 rounds to go here on this, the first ever River Trivia Night with the American Cancer Society. We're going to have a grand prize winner coming up here in just a couple of rounds. Could be Casey, could be somebody else. Somebody can make a big move. Maybe she doesn't know much about the next category. I guess we'll just have to kind of wait and see. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. And maybe you've got your pizza delivered or it's on order from Lighthouse Pizza. Again, appreciate their support. 15% of the proceeds tonight go into the Relay for Life with the American Cancer Society. So I think we've got him back now. Let's try it again with my friend from work, Corey, host of Amplified Afternoons. He's joining us from his basement broadcast studio, which isn't really in the basement. I think it's in his living room.
Oh, no.
Right?
Yeah, it's my music room. My basement is creepy and dark and not a fun place to be. So yeah, I'm in the music room. I'm basically sitting exactly where I sit when I broadcast from home every day. So
well, there you go. So it makes it easy now. We've been taking turns going into work, and we're back a couple of days a week. And eventually, one of these days, we'll all get back there together. Broadcasting from home is okay for a while, but I don't know about you, but I kind of enjoy going into work.
yeah, for sure. Certainly miss it. But, there's a reason we got to do this. And, we got to keep ourselves as safe as possible. And it's really cool that we have the ability to keep the show going from home with the technology that we have. It's really cool. 20 years ago, we wouldn't have been able to do this. So, and this trivia night that we're doing tonight, is this the first year that Relay for Life has done this?
Yeah, this was something that they literally came up with after the whole coronavirus and pandemic took over. This wasn't planned. This wasn't going to be a bar. This was just like, now what?
This is great. I think they should continue to do this every year,
Yeah, absolutely.
Live next time, with people in a room, but for sure, like this is awesome. I'm really enjoying this. Mostly because I don't have to play because I'm terrible at trivia. Terrible at trivia. Like there's something about like I get put on the spot and I'm just like can't answer the questions, but this is awesome.
We saw the category earlier, the grunge rock. That one, we all probably would have aced that at work. And
oh yeah,
the music one.
All the music ones I've been pretty much okay at.
Yeah,
sports,
science,
forget about it.
We could maybe have like one whole river team and maybe get through some of those categories together. But it's certainly a very cool thing that they put together, and we're glad to help over at 89.7 The River. It's kind of what we do. You can see on the screen there, if you join late, you're watching on one of the Facebook pages. We're on a bunch of different Facebook live streams, I guess, with the Cancer Society and the River Facebook page and a couple of others. There's ways to help out if you're unable to make it tonight. We're not going to get together on Saturday like we want to do the Relay for Life outdoors, but there's still a lot of great ways that people can help out, and we're certainly happy to do it at 89.7 The River. It means a lot more to me. Because my wife is a cancer survivor, and I couldn't have taken care of her the way that I did without having such great coworkers like Corey and Spicoli and Taz and Stephanie and Riley and all those people at 89.7 The River that work some of them behind the scenes. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate you, and appreciate getting together with the Relay for Life people. We'll do it again next year outside. Okay, Corey? You bring your bass.
Yeah, we'll do that. And don't forget Lighthouse Pizza over there at 74th and Pacific. 15% of their proceeds tonight going to the cause. So big thanks to them. Big shout out to Lighthouse Pizza at 74th and Pacific.
Absolutely. All right, Corey, back to work. I'll be in the studio tomorrow. You'll be at home, right?
I'm home tomorrow. I'm in studio Thursday and Friday.
Okay, sounds good. I will see you on Friday again. The next time we will both be there together. A quick peek at the leaderboard before we get into this next category. The Cancer Society crew labeled it USA, but I'd like to call this category America as we get into the second to last round. Questions 81 through 90 here. And away we go. America. Okay, that's question number 90. There's our scoreboard once again. Casey hanging on to that lead. I don't know if anybody can catch Casey or not. She took care of that America category pretty well, it looks like. As we scroll through, you can kind of see where you're at in the mix tonight with this very first River Trivia Night with 89.7 The River and the American Cancer Society. And it's been a real treat for me to be able to do to help them out, and that's what we do at 89.7 The River. It's owned by the Iowa Western Community College. It's non-commercial. It's for public promotion, things like this. We do a lot of other activities with nonprofits. That's why the station exists. So again, we couldn't be happier to be partnered up with the American Cancer Society. It's really unfortunate that we can't all get together and be outside on a Saturday doing the actual outdoor together Relay for Life, but this is certainly something that I think a lot of people are enjoying, and seeing some comments that they're like, we should do it again next year. It doesn't matter if we can get together or not, right? I think that you may have something here, Brian. So on behalf of everyone from 89.7 The River, Sophia, and our engineer, Don Howard, who's hooked us up with all this stuff to do the broadcast from home, and Corey and Taz and Stephanie and Riley and Spicoli from the morning show. We're again real happy to be a big part of this. So before we get into the last section, section 4, there's just one round there, and we're going to find out what you know about the American Cancer Society. But before that, I mentioned it earlier, one of the big powerful moments every year is always the survivor roll call. And we would like to take a look right now at this video, Survivors with the American Cancer Society.
When I was diagnosed, I didn't think I'd live many years. In fact, I recall telling people if I live 5 years with this prognosis, that'd be a good run. I'm Jim, and I'm a 25-plus year survivor of an incurable blood cancer called multiple myeloma.
Jim Bone is a walking miracle, and he is proof that new research is impacting lives directly.
Within 2 weeks of starting an experimental drug, 99% of my very high level of protein that measures my cancer level went into remission. Now, I've been in 6 clinical trials, and we try to encourage others to really give them strong consideration when they're fighting cancer. Research is the key reason that cancer is no longer a death sentence. The American Cancer Society funded the scientists whose work led to the drug that saved my life.
Yeah, that's absolutely what it's all about. Keeping the fight going, and the research that's being done that's curing a lot of people and extending lives. And the American Cancer Society, you just can't do it without your support. That's why I appreciate everybody out there that joined us for this tonight. We're just about done, but not quite. Now, we're going to find out what you know about the American Cancer Society with this last round, section 4. And one last look at the leaderboard there before we fire up the last 10 questions. Then we'll get everything tabulated and find out who's the winner as round 10 is underway. All right, here we go. One more question on Relay for Life Trivia Night with 89.7 The River. Our very first one ever. And we appreciate everyone who dropped in to spend some time with us here tonight. Last question. Okay, this trivia game has 100 questions. That's 100 questions. Casey Richter hangs on to claim the top spot. I love the instant results too. Very nice. Congratulations, Casey. And I know she's a big Blue October fan for sure. And a good friend to 89.7 The River. We appreciate her playing tonight with everybody else. I checked out some of the comments from the players out there, and our thoughts are with Shirley and her friend's family. She said tonight was for her friend who lost her fight to cancer earlier today. So cancer sucks, and we're very sorry to hear about that. But we don't quit fighting. We don't quit relaying. We keep going, despite the weather, despite the pandemic, the coronavirus, despite all of that. It's one foot in front of the other, onward and upward, one day at a time. And we take the fight to cancer each and every day with the Relay for Life and the virtual week and everything that's going on here this week. So congratulations again. And again, thanks to everyone who played. As we are about ready to wrap things up, I'm Skin Man from 89.7 The River. And do we have Stephanie? Is she able to join us here tonight as well? Stephanie is your sales girl. Yes. And she's also the person you would contact if you had something like the Relay for Life that you wanted some help with promotion with. Because again, like I mentioned earlier, we're a public radio station, non-commercial. So this is kind of our jam. This is what we do. So Stephanie, you hear her a lot on some of our underwritings and promos. And in a pinch, we could put her back on the air, couldn't we?
You could, but it's not going to happen. I'll fill in for you. How about that?
There you go. You take over tomorrow and do old school Wednesday nooner. You can still, of course, support 89.7 The River and our team with the Relay for Life. The relay continues on through Saturday. Got started on Sunday. And Steph's been involved with Riley and a lot of the promotions and a lot of these things they put together with different nonprofits that we work with. And if anyone needs to reach out to you, they can easily do that, right?
Yes, it's really easy. So my email's on the website. So 89.7theriver.com.
Right on. Well, boss lady, ma'am, sir, if you ever hear that referenced on the air, that's who we're talking about right there. Let's see you pointing at the camera. There she is, Stephanie. And thanks for coming by. Again, everybody else out there who stopped in tonight from 89.7 The River, of course, the Cancer Society crew, Brian, who I've known for many, many years, and Kat, who I just met the other day. But we couldn't be more happy to help these guys out, right?
They're amazing. So amazing.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to doing it again this year. And obviously, we can't do it the way we did last year. That was our first year, and we thought, man, we're going to take it over the top this year. It's going to be bigger and better. But we'll do it again next time.
For sure.
Some more events planned. So again, still plenty of time to register your team or join our team, because the Relay for Life events run through the rest of the week. There's some more things going on. And again, thanks to Lighthouse Pizza for 15% of their proceeds tonight. Hopefully some people ordered us some pizza. I should have ordered a pizza here, but I didn't know who would be actually able to go upstairs and get the pizza, because, you know, I'm like down here in the basement. I don't know if they even know I'm down here. 2 dogs up there going crazy. The thunder. All right. I think we're done. I want to thank you, Stephanie, for dropping in. And again, congratulations to Casey.
Oh, Casey.
You know, she will appreciate that Blue October poster. She will hang that up in her music room as well. She's a big fan and a big River supporter and a big Cancer Society supporter too. So again, thanks to her and everyone else who played tonight. Enjoy the rest of the week. Check out the website and their Facebook pages for more events that are happening. As you still have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Relay Saturday coming up. So with that, I will say good night, I guess.
Hey, one one more thing
What's
you missed is like she'll also get a River prize pack from us as well. With
Oh, she probably needs a River T-shirt, right?
she needs some new ones.
She needs some new ones.
Definitely.
Well, yeah, we'll make sure, and she's getting some the Cancer Society swag as well. So we appreciate them throwing that in there, our prize package tonight. And thanks to your support, look at that. Then we got $850 tonight. Not bad for the first time ever. And just kind of like, how are we going to do this? We got to put this together. So we appreciate their hard work. And again, we're more than happy to help out at 89.7 The River. That's what we're all about over there. So I'll see you maybe tomorrow, Stephanie.
Oh, I'll be in tomorrow. Yes.
You'll be in tomorrow. Okay. Old School Nooner tomorrow at high noon on 89.7 The River. And on behalf of Brian and Kat and everybody at the American Cancer Society and everybody at the radio station, we appreciate you coming by tonight. We look forward to doing it again. Have a great night. Stay well.
All right. Thank you. That